obviously closing out the trip in a really nice atmosphere. In terms of the pitch, is better than the pitches we've been training on, against really quality opposition who are ahead of us in our preparation. So I thought it felt more like we wanted to see today. There was some real positives. I thought the boys were really disciplined. They worked really hard. These first 2 weeks is mostly about fitness rather than about the play, but we saw some nice play. We defended well for the game. The young boys came in and they tried to do their very best, and we were really pleased with them. So I always think it's really nice to close out the trip with a positive, and even though it was a 1-0 scoreline, I thought there was lots of positives to take from the game against a team that's ahead of us in our preparation.
What are the goals for this upcoming trip to Coachella, and what are you hoping to see there?
Well, the Coachella trip is basically, it's about the 4 games that we play, getting players 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes and building that foundation that we've put in the first 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to get some players back from Little Niggles, and we're going to be probably looking more about what's our starting 11 looking like, the combinations working together, the connections and integrating other players that are joining. So I think the Coachella trip is going to be really important.
And lastly, how are the new players integrating with Joao and Kelsey?
Yeah, I thought they were both fantastic today. Joao in the first half and the 10 minutes after half time showed the qualities, is why we brought him in. And Kevin, I firmly believe is going to be a real top player for us. And Ari, I think Ari from day one has probably been one of our standout players. So really pleased with their attitudes. Ari, I think he's probably, because he's worked with me before, he knows the way I want to play. I think it's been a lot easier for him to adapt. But when you go into new surroundings, you've got to adapt. You've got to get used to your teammates. They've got to see the runs, the movements that you make, and your tendencies. So overall, I'm pleased. I'm looking forward to getting home for a few days.